Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for coming back to watch another video. This video, we are changing the format for the channel. We're going to continue to talk a little bit about business credit, but I think we have exhausted everything there is to talk about business credit. If you go back to my videos, you guys are going to see all the process and the journey that we went through to acquire business credit for more than one business. But I want to change the format a little bit, and I'm going to tell you everything about it, and I'll give you a little sneak peek of the things that we're going to be talking about going forward. Stay tuned. Welcome back, you guys. So as mentioned in the intro, we're gonna be changing the format a little bit about this channel. I think that we have plenty of channels talking about business credit. I've seen a lot of creators also on Facebook, which is great that we have such a diversified source of information for everybody. One thing that I wanted to tell you though is wherever or from whomever you're consuming your information from, never forget to DYOR. Just do your own research. It doesn't matter whether you get the information from me or you get it from elsewhere. So again, one of the things that we always wanted to do in this channel was talking about ways of creating extra sources of income. So I've touched on those subjects in the past in other videos, but I wanted to get a little more inclined towards that. Now that we have the business credit, what do we do? Even if you don't have a business already established, we'll help you with the information. Create the business. We will help you also build business credit for the business, as well as finding ways to creating extra sources of income. Okay, now one very important thing to keep in mind, guys, I am not selling you anything. I have nothing to sell you. There's no end game for me to create this content and get you to buy one of my courses or be part of my mastermind. I have none of that, guys. I'm not selling any courses. I'm not trying to sell you anything. If anything you can do for us is like the video and subscribe. Please do so you can help us to continue to grow this channel. So again, I wanted to take a little bit of a detour, or not a detour, but just change the format of the channel. We want to have you thinking of ways that you can create more sources of income without requiring to have a lot of your time tied up and be hustling and grinding the entire day. Although that's not a bad thing, but we rather you to have multiple sources of income where you can get, even if you can get like an extra $500 a month with another source, that'll be a win. That's how I see it, and I want to share those views with you. And if you want to pick up something that is valuable to you that you think you can implement, that'll be awesome. Okay, one of the first sources of income that I wanted to share with you is rental arbitrage. And you can utilize that for, to do Airbnb, to do Verbo, to rent it, to traveling nurses. You can also do it to rent to insurance company, for homeowners, for home houses, suffer any damages, and then the insurance companies, they have to find a place to allocate this family. And this is a great source of income as well, because you can utilize the rental arbitrage to allocate those families. And I don't want to get into really how these sources of income work, but I'll give you like the 30,000 foot view of how that works with rental arbitrage. So the way it works is that you have to find a community building or a house owner that is renting their house and they're doing a corporate lease. And I cannot emphasize this enough. Do not do these leases under your personal name. It's not feasible, and it's gonna hurt you in the long run should anything happen. So make sure that these leases are under your company's name. There are plenty of apartment communities that they do corporate leases. So go ahead and do that lease, put it under your business name, furnish it, and then, like I said, you can put your property or that apartment up for rent, long time, short term. It doesn't matter. Short term, long term, it doesn't matter. You can put it up for rent. As I mentioned before, you can do it for traveling nurses, you can do it for insurance company, you can do it for anything that will generate income, Verbo, Airbnb, etc. One thing also to notate for rental arbitrage, you don't need a lot of money to do rental arbitrage. Okay, some places you can go, and if you negotiate with them, depending on how many apartments you want to take over, you can get not only concessions where they can give you weeks for free or even months for free. You can negotiate. It's very important to be good at negotiating with these apartment communities so they can give you concessions so you don't pay rent for probably the next month or the next 2 months. You don't need a lot of money, like I was saying. You don't need a lot of money. Some of these apartments they rent for $1,200, $1,300, $1,500. Sometimes you can get the apartment. So negotiate so you don't have to put any deposit down. So you don't need to put a lot of money out of pocket to start doing rental arbitrage. The second one that I wanted to really recommend is Turo. Turo is becoming excessively popular in all states. I wouldn't say that the market is saturated for Turo businesses. There are a lot of hosts, really. And if you're not familiar with Turo, it's the same concept of Airbnb, but with cars. So you put your car so somebody else can rent them via an app on your phone. They'll come rent your car for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, and then you'll make money off of that. Now I'll show you how I did it. So I acquired a number of cars under the business name in order for me to be the least liable possible. I've always looked at these opportunities as business opportunities. Therefore, I try not to put my name when I'm doing business ventures. Now, just full disclosure and for transparency, there are some of the cars that I had to put my name down in order for me to get those vehicles, because I wanted to have a number of cars to generate certain income monthly. To be honest, I don't think it's worth having 1-2 cars on Turo, because the amount of work you're gonna put in is not going to be worth it for the amount of money that you're gonna receive for it. For me, I wanted to have a number of cars that was going to generate me a 6-figure income per annum. Again, I really just wanted to mention these extra source of incomes to you, so you can pick up on any of them that you are interested in, perhaps all of them. Good thing if that happens, because you'll be able to generate extra income without leaving your 9-to-5. Remember, if you're an entrepreneur or self-employed, these are also great opportunities, but also you can get into these ideas that I'm giving you while you're working at a 9-to-5. Like I was saying, not to get into really details how to do that, because that'll be another video. But the way I did it, like I said at the beginning, I went ahead and acquired a number of vehicles under my business name. Some of them I had to put my name, and because I wanted a variety of vehicles, a number of vehicles as well, to generate a certain amount of income. So that's how I did it. Once I got that number of cars, then I put them on the platform. I actually gradually was like, I first got 2, then I got 3 more, and then I got 3 more, and then 4, and then so forth, so on. So our fleet is pretty decent, I would say. But if you want to do that, I would recommend that you start slow with a couple of cars and then get your feet wet, and then you start to increase your fleet. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about another source of income that can generate you a good amount of money, depending on your knowledge base. You can learn it if you don't know anything about it, and also it's going to depend the type of hours that you put during the day doing this kind of work, and this is wholesaling. Real estate wholesaling is something that is very popular as well. You don't need a lot of money to also start this business, and it can be very profitable. Basically, wholesaling, what it is that you find properties that are for sale, and then you find a buyer and you connect the seller and the buyer. You don't have to own any real estate. You don't have to have any type of licensing in order for you to do this kind of job, but also you can make thousands of dollars every month, and even 7 figures a year. So take a look at it. And these are my 3 recommendations to create extra sources of income for you to expand your horizon and get more money on a monthly basis. Again, you can do these whether you have a 9 to 5 or you are an entrepreneur that is trying to do your own thing. So these are pretty flexible. So it's all going to depend the amount of time you put in every one of them, these opportunities. Again, I wanted to give you these ideas so you can ponder and see which one of them fits not only your personality, your interests, your lifestyle, and things that you want to do as well. We're gonna continue to try to put out more content, a little bit more entrepreneurial. I mean, we're still going to talk about business credit. That's not going to be the main focus of the channel like it was before. We're going to continue to bring that content about business credit, but what we want to teach you is how to create a business. We're going to give you different business ideas so you can create multiple sources of income. So this is what we've done, and we want to pass on that information to you. So if you found any value in the information that we just provided, please drop a comment down below, like the video as well, subscribe. We are also posting content on Rumble. We're going to post a link down below. If you want to follow us and subscribe on Rumble, please do so. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Salir esa